Broadcasting live from the mixed up world of Hyrule, this is the Link to the Past Cross Keys Tournament. Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Bobtastic. Joining me today on commentary is Chloe Pryor. Chloe Pryor, how you doing?
I am doing good. How are you doing?
I am doing just great. I am ready for more cross key action. This is going to be an excellent race between Hitaka and GFE 12. Both of these runners pretty solid in the qualifiers, if I'm not mistaken. Both of them definitely made it straight through to the second bracket or second round. And if I'm not mistaken, their seeds are fairly close. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, we'll check that in a little bit. But it looks like we're getting a start and just a piece of heart in Link's house and 20 rupees in the sink.
Yeah, 26 versus 39. That's a, fairly middling seeds and both very strong runners here. I remember getting destroyed by them in the qualifiers, just like, many people did.
Yeah.
And both runners kind of doing the standard sort of Houlihan opening. GFE going here just because Sanctuary was here.
Yeah, GFE, both of them setting up for Houlihan. And
now,
getting that
neither of them did the check on the witch's hut as well. That's what a lot of people do. They'll do the fake flipper from Link's house and then go check the witch's hut while you're over there, because that is just really out of the way early on.
Yeah, both of them just went to Sank right away. So we're going to see Hitaka go to North Shore. Big key on the island.
Yep, very nice and very relevant. Hitaka finding a connector, the brother's house, at the Lake Hylia shop. Unable to check the other end of it because no bombs to speak of. And there's Chicken Hut, which you also need bombs.
Yeah, those early bombs and cross keys tend to be a pain.
Hitaka's sprite is Medley? Am I making that up?
Yeah, it looks like Medley from Wind Waker. And right. Obviously GFE is using Ness.
Yep. I'm pretty sure both of these sprites weren't available until the more recent updates, so there we go. We have Ganon. We've located Ganon at the castle. Real quick shout out to our trackers, Mama Sheepy and Samimas, for keeping track of all the action on the screen. Because believe you me, we will lose track of things. And the Hyrule Castle main entrance is our mire shed today. We did see that over on GFE's screen. Did have a bottle inside. And the back of Escape has a key to Turtle Rock, and a big 20.
2 keys to Turtle Rock puts a lot of that dungeon into logic. I mean, providing you have the items to go through it.
Yeah.
Especially being able to go through the back doors.
Yeah, if you can find a connector to the middle, then 2 keys is all you will ever need.
Yeah, the only thing that's locked behind all 4 is Trinix himself.
Yeah, and even then, you're not gonna end up using all the keys if you do it just right. Another connector found in the cave outside Eastern, and that's gonna take us to Ganon's Tower. Hello.
So that's a nice connector, even though it's one way. It's Dark World, top of Death Mountain access, and that gives you a lot of area to cover, especially if you have the mirror.
Yeah, you'll definitely want to keep track of that for when the mirror arrives. So there's Spiral Cave in Spike Cave, and the thing with Spiral Cave is it is entirely within logic for the bunny to walk through that cave. It is not within logic for the bunny to pick up the item in the cave, even though they will be guaranteed to be able to pick up the item in that cave. Because falling down onto the chest thing activates Super Bunny.
So far not finding a lot, but we haven't gone to Keck. but I think
Oh, it's not even
Hitaka-
in logic to traverse?
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't believe it's not in logic just because there's no way to defend. I think AA specifically made it so that it wasn't.
All right. Okay. I stand corrected. All right.
So
So
it looks like
Hitaka grabbing some bombs at the lower end of the words, and then just picking up some more in the shop.
GFE's non-pearl sprite appears to be the robot that Ness gets his soul sent into at the end of the game.
Oh, nice.
Sorry for Earthbound spoilers, but the game is 20-something years old now.
It is a great game. I do recommend it to anybody who hasn't ever played it before. We have a small key on the race game.
Yep, that small key can only really be gotten with a mirror. So it might not be important.
A connector to the back of the race game, but it's unlikely.
And library is Ganon's tower.
Well, all right. We found both the outside and the inside of Ganon's tower now. And GFE is checking the witch, which turns out to be the blacksmith today.
That's a hike. Though if you have the... it's not too bad.
Yeah, but for all we know, the flute could be buried in some obscure location that we will never find. Glorious, glorious connectors.
It likes doing that in cross keys.
Not a whole lot of really relevant things in the first little bit of Ganon's tower here. We did find 300 rupees on the torch if you really wanted some cash, and found some boots. Alright, and GFE is going into the Eastern Palace area, while Hitaka is going to clear out the left side, or the west side of the world in Kakariko Village. Yeah, there we go. Big 20.
Yeah, big 20 on
the
the lumber
I did not see what was in Sazral's closet there. I know it was Bonk Rocks. I didn't see it was in the chest.
Don't think it was anything important. Small key to Ice Palace can be found near... Okay. I mean, it's an Ice Palace small key. It's not the most important thing.
I do like having an Ice Palace small key. Makes the clearing a little easier.
Yeah, it does let you route that dungeon better.
Is this even randomized? We had good old Hotel Mario there.
Yeah.
In the Hotel Mario.
We found
and we have a bow.
That's even better.
Bow in the back of the tavern, and the exit of Spectacle Rock Cave, found in the Sick Kid.
So that south right fairy fountain near Eastern was one of the connectors they already found earlier. I believe it was the one south of, or north of Lake Hylia. We found flips too.
Flippers in the chest game, which happened to be in the tavern today. So the flippers grant us access to quite a large number of additional locations.
They can check Hylia Island, they can go check Hobo and Waterfall.
Mm-hmm. And we found Thieves Town at the bomb hut in Kakariko Village.
Early Thieves Town is nice. This is a free 4 items. I mean, not guaranteed to be anything, but still 4 items.
I love finding Thieves Town before I find any of the keys to Thieves Town. And I hate finding Thieves Town after finding just the big key.
Oh gosh, yeah. There's nothing worse. Alright, looks like GFE is just following Hitaka's footsteps. So they'll probably find his Ganon Tower shortly. In here at 3 hearts is dangerous because everything in here does 2 hearts of damage. So touching it is death.
Would I do Thieves Town with 3 hearts all the way to the boss? I'd certainly try it once, if I could make it.
It depends on what else you had. I mean,
That's called inverted. Yes, that is what that's called.
that is true.
Especially inverted, not Keysanity.
You usually find something in Hype Cave though to do Thieves Down before then.
Yeah, but it's usually something like the Cane of Samaria.
Well, I mean, yeah, it'd be like they give you that and like, all right, go do it.
All right, 20 rupees at the bottle vendor.
Looks like GFE bailed out on Keck and went down to South Shore.
Yeah, seems to be the case. And of course, South Shore is one of those locations where, okay, he just checked that one entrance there. Oh, and he's going to go for Chicken Hut, I think.
Oh, okay, so he's got his bombs. He's gonna go grab those first.
$50 rupees.
Nothing special.
All right, the well is the well today. All's well that ends in the well.
Hopefully. 5 items.
Eastern Palace Big Key. Now, of course, we have no idea where Eastern is, but that is certainly a nice thing to find.
Yeah, but
we also have the bow.
Having the bow makes it something we can clear quick.
Big heart. Certainly will not say no to that. And an additional bottle. That puts us up to 2. Yeah, I think if I ran into Eastern Palace at this point, I would clear it out regardless of its pendant or crystal status. There's the bomb shop. Hitaka electing not to talk to the bomb shop proprietor, who would give them the information about the 5 and 6 crystals.
I feel like that's less information in cross keys than normal, because after all, it is just one additional entrance.
Yeah, but it tells you It tells you 2 dungeons that are definitely crystals, though.
Yeah, it does give you 2 gold dungeons. That is true. Found King's Tomb, though, too.
Alright, King's Tomb has a map to Mire. So, once we get to the Dark World, we'll be able to find out whether Mire is a crystal. Lost Woods chess game is just a shop today.
Let's see, what's this drop down going to be? I'm betting on Bat.
We have a compass sitting around in the Lost Woods. And our drop down is...
Oh, Uncle.
Uncle.
This is nice. This is 2 more items. So, Uncle just having a piece of heart.
Lamp.
Lamp.
Is that even randomized?
Technically not.
I mean,
yeah, that's the second instance you can get the lamp in the vanilla version, I believe.
Yeah, there are 3 places to get it. The boomerang is downstairs in Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, it's the second card chamber. The lamps are your house, that chest, and Zelda's cell.
Most people in the NMG run will pick it up in Zelda's cell. It is the least time lost that way. Now, having a lamp early feels pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, it allows you to check those 5 dark entrances when you find them right away.
And those are guaranteed to be connectors to some other location, so...
Yeah, one of them's guaranteed to go to... One of them's guaranteed to go to West Death Mountain. Oh, Lumberjack was Bat. Okay.
So I guess that means that
The thieves
The
drop down
pyramid
just the
entrance.
pyramid. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's one item. It's not a huge amount of items, but it does increase the payout of upper GT by 1.
So they have a bow and a fire source. If they find the Ganon's Tower big key, that puts a lot of upper Ganon's Tower in logic.
So the reason that GFE's stream looks, shall we say, lower resolution is because GFE just is broadcasting a lot of different things on screen, and so the portion of the screen that is taken up by their game is very small. And at 340p. So yeah, there's a... Not only is it lower resolution, but the actual gameplay is also much lower resolution.
GFE is playing the NES era of A Link to the Past.
You say that. There was like a Chinese port. Like some Chinese people... There was a Chinese port of A Link to the Past to the NES that was put out. And it's weird. It's like missing a couple dungeons, and the overworld's completely different, but you know, it's a thing.
Alright, so where do we go to next?
Well, I say we take our flippers and put them to good use. What do you think?
That's a good plan. We got those couple entrances in South Shore near Ice Rod Cave, and then the other one's going to Desert, but those always feel kind of gross without the gloves.
Yeah.
Ooh, almost got the bird toss.
That's like secondary bird toss, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it literally only exists in the randomizer. Because NMG doesn't go in that house at all.
Yeah. I mean, 100% does.
I think 100% chess does.
Wait, that's not a heart piece in
Is it?
vanilla? I could have swore. Anyways, maybe I'm wrong.
It might actually be a heart piece, yeah, you could be right.
Alright. So, GFE finds the restock room. Oh, it's a blue boomerang. Huh. Good to know. Alright, 10 arrows for Hitaka in that Bonk Rocks thing.
GFE is GFE and Hitaka kind of switch spots. So GFE's gonna find his useless front of Thieves Town.
Alright, so Hitaka is also checking out the Eastern Palace section. This is one of the places that GFE has already done.
So I think Hitaka's working towards South Shore now. So
Looks about right.
This will be some new information. I haven't really found a ton. A couple small keys, and I mean the bow is nice, but nothing to do with it.
In before Eastern Palace. Oh, well, there's Misery Mire.
Yeah, that's something else we can't do a lot in right now.
Yep, due to lack of hookshot and/or boots, can't even get through the first door.
4-Heart Misery Mire sounds like a lot of fun. It seems like Hitaka's trying to farm up some money too. I think they're expecting Zora might have something.
Okay, so we find Graveyard Ledge at the dam location.
That's
Inside, just 20 more rupees.
That's a good spot for some extra bombs too.
Oh yeah, Graveyard Ledge is one of my favorite ones to find early. It's like, did you need bombs? And Hitaka is going to take advantage of that by grabbing a whole nother compliment right there.
Hitaka agrees, I need bombs.
GFE going for Hobo, which has a piece of heart. There's Eastern Palace.
That's nice and early, and
it's like we had to figure it was coming because we found the big key and the bow and the lamp already.
I know it's completely in logic.
It's like the seed is basically saying, "Yeah, you're gonna have to go through Eastern to get your Moon Pearl."
Watch! It's gonna be a
on Armos.
A pendant.
Whoa, mirror.
That's a good find. Mirror is invaluable in entrance. But it also could mean Moon Pearl is up on Death Mountain somewhere. Because they have a connector up there. It doesn't look like Ice Rod area was paying out for GFE though.
Oh, well, there's a connector.
Yeah, he did find the one of the dark connectors.
Mirror wraps. I accidentally mirror wrapped at one point during a seed the other day. I was trying to go to Bonk Rocks. I mirrored on the frame when I was moving.
Ooh, that's an interesting connector.
Ooh. Yeah, that's the top of Bumper Cave. Puts you into the Dark World, so you are a bunny, so you have to wander around this way. But that connector is also interesting because you can mirror from it to another entrance.
Hint says left side swamp has Misery Mire key and a red rupee.
So basically garbage. Whoa! He's got a glove in Eastern Palace. Yeah, Eastern is just kind of yelling at us right now.
Yeah, Eastern is definitely the play.
Now, there's not guaranteed to be anything behind this dark room here. Big key to Ice Palace over there on Old Man for GFE. So it looks like... Oh, and he also finds Pod at the Old Man's home.
I'm not even sure how he got up there. Was it the connector? Yeah, I guess it was the connector.
Yeah, I think the Death Mountain Ascent Cave actually let out in its vanilla location. Oh, no.
Based on his tracker,
no, it was a connector at
the Dark Lumberjack
hut. Yeah, in the Dark World.
Led to the Ascent,
Old Man's
basically. Yeah. That's interesting. So, I mean, with the lamp, he's technically still in logic, even though that's kind of a mess.
Yeah. All of that's in logic. You can definitely traverse the Dark World as a bunny. Even coming from Bumper Cave, even though you got to do some fancy footwork to dodge that Murderdactyl on the way down.
Right. So we know Hitaka's route paid off, but maybe GFE might find the Moon Pearl this way.
Well, I mean, Hitaka's grabbing more money because, one, we haven't been to Zora yet. And so picking up 90 rupees there is a pretty solid play, in my opinion.
Ooh, it did pay off for GFE. He found a hammer.
Whoa, hammer on the right side of pod? That's classic right there. It's like you don't want to go over there without the hammer, but now you just do.
Well, that actually puts a few more chests in logic, because you can do it without a small key. Let's see, it puts just those front two. The arena chest and the overlook chest.
In before vanilla small keys. Right, just a compass on Armos Knights, but it is a crystal. Big key of desert in pod.
Finding a lot of the early big keys.
And 50 rupees in the basement. That's gonna do it for Palace of Darkness. Hitaka acquires a crystal. We'll try to figure out whether it's 5 or 6 here in a second. It's not, because we got that information on GFEs.
Yeah, but we did get a crystal, so Eastern Palace was required. That always feels good, having a dungeon done sub 30 and an entrance. Sometimes you're not even like an hour in before you get your first dungeon clear.
Alright, small key on the desert ledge, and Hitaka now heading over to Agina's cave. GFE finds the tavern.
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving this divergence, by the way. And they're both finding things.
Oh, yeah. So the observation deck there of Spectacle Rock Cave found at Agina's cave, we know where the exit is, so that doesn't really grant us anything else.
There's the back of Old Man's cave, but we don't actually know where Old Man is.
Yeah. And I imagine GFE is going to go ahead and skip that for now, just because you can literally just save and quit there anytime.
Yeah.
Though I will say I would have loved to be Hitaka in GFE's position right now, because now Hitaka has the mirror and the glove up to go with the Death Mountain situation.
Right, but the hammer does give you right side access to Death Mountain, so Hitaka's got to make their way over to, seems like, the Ice Rod Cave area, or just head back up to Death Mountain with that one connector that we found.
And GFE found Desert Palace. Now, of course, they also found the Desert Palace big key in pod, so that's going to be a pretty quick check. Now, Hitaka is probably, perfectly happy with coming over here to the Ice Rod area because he's got a lift upgrade. Ganon's tower leads to a connector. Really, game? Really?
Good thing we already found that. He is going to get the +1 for having that Desert Palace big key. And it was definitely +1.
Plus exactly 1.
That lift upgrade did, wait. Alright.
Okay, game, thanks.
That was a good hit. So the hit just kind of said what I was going to say, but that lift upgrade did show where Swamp Palace was.
Oh, speaking of connectors to the back of Race Game, I mean, we spoke of that quite a little while ago, but there they are. The left side of Desert turns out to be a connector to the back of Race Game, which we do know has that small key.
Yeah, I was about to say, did he not go get the small key? I mean, it's an early small key.
I think he went in to take a death in case there's a guard under one of the pots and he dies.
Oh,
one of the things.
I thought that could only happen in Enemizer, though.
Maybe? I don't know.
Ooh, looks like Hitaka's taking the same route that GFE did, so they were gonna find both Uncle or Old Man and Pod really shortly.
Hmm. Yep,
That's
and that
actually-
hammer will be available, and so Hitaka will be able to clear out just a ton of stuff up here.
Yes, so bunny walks are in logic in entrance. Because technically there's a bunny walk that's in logic in vanilla game. Where you have to go as a bunny to Spectacle Rock and mirror up to get on top of it. The only bunny walk that isn't in logic is doing Spiral Cave.
Yeah, apparently that is the case. There are some bunny walks that you would think might be in logic, but they aren't. So, like the ferry connector, going up the ferry connector is in logic, going down is not. Because there's pots in the way. One of the directions. And that technically requires Super Bunny, even though you will always have Super Bunny if you get to those pots.
Yeah, it's very weird to keep track of. Because Super Bunny triggers so easily, and it's just not something that happens in the normal game. Though when Multi-Worlds comes out, Super Bunny's gonna trigger just all the time.
Wait, does getting an item from someone else trigger Super Bunny?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's basically like if you don't, you can't do something, just wait a second.
Now that being said, I know a lot of people will be like, yeah, don't go bunnying things because everybody's Moon Pearl will not be locked behind a Moon Pearl.
Exactly. Ooh, careful, Hitaka. GFE muscling their way through Spiral. Looks like they made it.
Ooh, quack. We got some Quake medallion.
You don't even have a key. What are you doing?
So it looks like Meyer turns out to be a pendant over on GFE's screen. So that's kind of annoying, given the fact that we know where Meyer is. That being said, we can't even access it, so meh.
Yeah, we're missing basically everything to do Meyer, so it's not too big of a deal. I mean, the only thing we have for Meyer is like Lamp.
Alright, Palace of Darkness is a go, or is done for Hitaka. Hitaka is taking the connector to Ganon's Tower to get to the top. Now, unfortunately, Hitaka has not found Eastern Palace, so he will not be able to use the mirror. I mean, GFE. How do I words?
Yeah, they're probably looking for that Moon Pearl at this point, which I can imagine both of them are a little bit annoyed to have not found yet.
Oh, we did have a question in there asking about multi-world. That's a networked version of this game where items from other players' games can be in your game. So you'll send items to each other. Well, we did actually find the torch of GT anyway already. So unfortunately, there's nothing there.
Ooh, the hammer doesn't actually unlock anything unless you feel like doing bomb jumps in GT. I'm like thinking, well, the hammer can open up the left side, but they need the hookshot or boots to do anything else.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who will go for that. Go for those bomb jumps early.
Yeah, but that's a hike. We don't
Myself
have.
included.
I don't think there was any connectors over in Kakariko.
Yeah, that's really strange.
Yeah, unfortunately, as a bunny, you cannot open chests, unless you perform a minor glitch called Super Bunny, which does require the mirror, or damage boosting into the entrance, or falling down a pit.
Yeah, inside the
dungeon.
subworld.
Yeah.
All right, Hitaka will check the the Tower of Hera entrance. Will find Hyrule Castle left side. So that is another solid entrance here.
This is good. With the mirror, they can clear it out. Even though the bottom two chests down here aren't in logic, you're not going to waste time with that right now.
Yeah, if you can, the only way you actually care about that Hyrule Castle small key is if the back of escape is locked behind some dumb drop down location like Pyramid or Lumberjack or something like that.
Yeah, but as it was, we had the easiest back of escape probably that you could get. Oh no, you have to lift the bush, so the easiest one would be the well.
Yeah. Though, I mean, is it the fastest? Because jumping down a ledge takes a whole 20 frames. And
yeah,
lifting a bush... anyway.
There's the Hera small key.
Interesting.
That's annoying. That's basically a fetch quest.
Yeah, sure is. And we head down to Zelda's cell. Gonna toss a pot at the ball and chain guard and then hammer it.
GFE, look at your count.
Oh no, GFE's on 481. He's gonna start killing some Zora. I wonder what the stun drop is. I mean, we don't have a stunning item yet, but kind of like to.
There's a bomb. These guys are not nice.
Hitaka gonna go for the dark cross chest.
This is good. This is in logic. And this will clear out Hyrule castles.
And then Hitaka will be able to decide whether he's going to check the other entrances here in Hyrule Castle or he's going to go to East Death Mountain.
I think I would. We have a spot to Ganon's tower.
Right. That's the thing.
Quick mirroring up here is a good thing, and that leads to Link's house.
Or Bomb Shop. The one in the dark one.
Link's house and invert.
Wait, was that another Turtle Rock key in the sewers? Because that's 3 Turtle Rock keys in the sewers.
Was that? I thought it was bombs.
Oh. Never mind. Somebody said TR key for something.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it was where GFE was. On Zora Ledge. Okay.
Oh, yeah. GFE found the TR key.
Yeah, so that's 3 T-Rock keys. So yesterday, there was a seed where the only Turtle Rock entrance was actually at the front, and they actually had to use their T-Rock keys the old-fashioned way.
Oh, that's nuts. I can't even imagine. Just 20 rupees on the island, and we found Aga's tower.
Aha. Well, you can definitely get one item in here, so there's no reason not to take out these ball and chain.
Yeah, because it's a tempered sword, it only takes 2 hits from the hammer to kill those guys.
I mean, Mordorm 1 is in these runs if you have to beat Hera, so in this particular run, absolutely.
I would just bomb yourself, get the health refill. Yeah, there you go. GFE is finally in Eastern, which is good. He'll be able to clear this out and get his both glove and mirror.
Ooh, Turtle Rock Big Chest.
You can't do anything from this side, though, which is ironic, because most of the other entrances you can do something from.
You can bomb jump it.
I thought it... Oh, you can bomb jump over the ledge on the left, can't you?
Yes, you can do that. You can also bomb jump over the hole, but it's very precise, and it's kind of similar to the one in, what's it called? The Spectacle Rock Cave.
I would not. We found Hookshot Cave, too, but lacking Hookshot and boots, it's just a connector right now. Oh, well, it leads like 4 feet away.
What?
Oh, there's the front of Turtle Rock, too. Boy, everything, it's like the same connectors are all right here.
That said, the book sealed passage leads to a what?
Another connector. So that means
Okay.
desert's a connector.
Yeah, I was reading it, and then suddenly my brain forgot how to do letters. And I was
Wow.
looking at the word and couldn't read it.
This is a lot of trash entrances over here. Like, it's a bunch of stuff that you have to do later, but it's nothing you can do now.
Yeah. I mean, Hitaka probably could have done Spike Cave.
With 5 hearts and no immunity?
Yeah, but he's got 2 bottles.
I mean, yeah, if they were filled with red potions or probably fairies, but even then, that's 15 hearts. Yeah, you could probably do it at that. Zora might have something at this point. But then again, we also have bunny access to the bomb shop in Dark World, which is a lot of places that we can run to.
Yeah, I think you'd need at least 1 more heart to actually pull it off.
But I don't think he has a way of acquiring fairies, which is the issue. Because he doesn't have the net yet.
Yeah. And I don't know about any fairy bottle filling fairies.
Yeah, I don't think. So the interesting thing about the pyramid fairy and the waterfall fairy is that it's not based on which fairy you find, but it's based on whether they find in the light world or dark world. So if you find both fairies in the light world, they will both give you the same item.
Yep, that has been my experience. Just a piece of heart from Zora.
So Zora wasn't the play either.
Hitaka's gonna go pick up that 3rd Turtle Rock key.
We might have some sort of bunny run that we need to do.
Yep, bunny shenanigans are very real. And with the access to that bumper cave entrance, we could go all over West Dark World before finding what we're trying.
Yeah, that bumper cave entrance is just, it's old man leads to.
My favorite thing is when you find like sick kid in a house just sitting there in Dark World and it has the moon pearl.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Now, I don't know if this is accounted for in the logic, But one thing that you can do as the bunny is both purchase and use the big red bomb.
That's a good question.
And the thing is, the big red bomb works on normal bomb entrances.
That probably isn't in logic, but
yeah, it's probably not in logic.
That's something to ask AA about.
It is in the logic, apparently, according to Recidador.
It is in the logic to bomb.
It is a bit of an edge case, that is true.
I mean, I can't. That would be.
You'd have to have both 5-6 crystals available in the light world, or somehow, and then you'd have to have bomb shop in Eastern Dark World and like Sanctuary.
Yeah, Recidador says
it's or something.
Yeah, Recidador says it's for the pyramid, but got that hint. Cannon Sour leads to a connector. Did we check the other entrances of Desert? One of them led to the race game, but I'm not sure we checked Desert Center.
I'm not sure. I imagine we did, because I don't see why you wouldn't go back in after checking the race. Oh, GFE is doing the bomb jumps in
this is
GT.
I saw him practicing this earlier, too. This is rough.
Yeah, the first one is much more difficult than the second. But it's still pretty difficult either way.
You got that single arrow, though.
Bombos?
Yeah, that was a lot of nothing.
The only thing remotely useful in there was Bombos. That could be useful for Ice Palace or one of the other medallion entrances. I believe we saw that Turtle Rock
was Quake. Yeah.
I'm just not sure whose screen we saw that on, so which tracker to notify.
I think GFE was the one who saw that. Because he was the one up there as a bunny. So they're pretty similar in items still, it's just neither of them can find that Moon Pearl, which would basically unlock most of the seed. But we found the Mimic Cave area.
Hitaka's got that Moon Pearl. That's the business entrance of Spectacle Rock Cave. We do know this is just a heart piece, but there is also a hint in here.
Hopefully it leads them to something useful. Well.
Alright, well, now we know we don't have to worry about the big chest in Ice Palace. Unfortunately, both runners do have the big key to Ice Palace, and we're in no danger of not finding it.
I know, so it's like Fetch Quest is dead that we already have. It's one of those keys that is required by logic, but no one really cares about anymore.
Alright. Ooh, Blind's Hut located at Spiral Cave.
This could be it.
We've
just
got a heart
those
pig,
marks.
5 rupees, big 20, 10 arrows.
I'm almost hoping it's not here.
And Titan's Mitts.
Okay. So the Hammer and Titan's Mitts gives you access to basically all of Upper Dark Death Mountain. Yeah, that's a lot of entrances to check.
See, I like the Infinity Gauntlet because technically Thanos is a Titan. So it would be Titan's Mitts. Moving on.
Oh, that's a good point.
All right, so Hitaka finds Ice Rod Cave, and I think he's going to actually do the Super Bunny thing here. Ideally, if you move in with the mirror on the same frame.
Yeah, I think if you like do an item dash with the mirror, except press up and mirror at the same time, it'll work. But it doesn't work on every cave.
Yeah, the idea is it works on some caves. Some caves, it actually deposits you out a little further, so you have to kind of back your way in.
Yeah, I think any of the caves that you have to lift a rock or bonk into to open, those ones you have to press up slightly first. Either way, that wasn't going to be the Moon Pearl, but... So no sword and no Moon Pearl. Where to next?
Cry, I think, is the answer. No, I'm kidding.
We're getting to that, Whew. I want to say just start doing what you can on in Dark World. Just start checking entrances.
Have we seen the middle of East Death Mountain?
We saw the Light World.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we did, because Hitaka dropped down to it. Hitaka's checked every entrance on East Death Mountain, I believe now. Hitaka gets through out of Logic Quake.
What else could we have? I mean, probably some...
Spiral Cave leads over here.
Ooh. Now this, as we stated, is not in Logic. Because going through as a buddy, not in Logic.
Right, it actually can't be over on this side because there's no way to get to this side currently. You need either the hammer or the flippers, and Bunny can't use either of those items.
Right.
It's in Spiral Cave. Yeah.
It looks like I saw a crystal on Pod.
Yeah, but we knew that was... Wait, was that a 5-6?
It looked like Pod was a 5-6, which is strange because Hera is marked as a 5-6 on the other tracker.
That is odd. Okay, Pod TR was 5-6? Okay.
Alright, Pyramid has a heart piece. So yeah, if I had to guess, Moon Pearl, or whatever leads to the Moon Pearl, is going to be over on more West Dark World shenanigans.
Yeah, I'm sure. Let's see, they have access to, I believe, 4 entrances? No, 3 entrances in Village of Outcasts. Can't pull the thing.
Yeah, and you are counting the Fortune Teller's Hut north of that as those 3? Or are you counting the archery game?
Oh yeah, there's a bomb hut too, so there's only 2 in the village, and that's 2 outside the village.
You've also got Dark Sanctuary, you've got the, what I refer to as the Curiosity Shop.
Can you get into the Curiosity Shop? I thought there was a bush in the way.
Nope.
Okay.
You can absolutely get there.
Oh, we found the back of Turtle Rock, though. Again, out of logic, because we don't have the pearl.
But I mean, if you see the back of Turtle Rock, you go for the back of Turtle Rock. This is why you learn bootless laser skip to do this.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure I do bootless laser skip different than anyone else. Everybody else lines up right there and uses a visual thing. I actually line up in the middle and just use an audio cue.
Huh. Yeah, I watched the front of the laser.
My eye does not... I don't have very good hand-eye coordination.
There's a castle tower key, so... just gonna keep sequence breaking stuff until nothing is in logic.
Yeah. Going into the entrance of Ice Palace there to get to this back of Turtle Rock was in logic, but getting the items is not.
Yeah, because it's a super bunny glitch, and they don't have an immunity item anyway. Oh boy, the Compass of Eastern. Wow,
Yo!
and the hook shot.
Hook shot, baby.
Yeah, I don't know why GFE is getting this key. I mean, he's got like a
He's
million
got
keys.
3. Why you need that many keys? Ain't nobody need that many keys.
Now he's got 4. Okay. Well. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of is more bunny walk stuff, because they just keep finding stuff that they don't need to yet.
The rabbit hole, I get it.
Ha. Ha ha.
So I'm not gonna lie, I love the idea of having to do bunny shenanigans. That being said, in my experience, it pays off very rarely.
But look at the boots!
Nice.
Oh,
Boots.
that was available so early too. I think both of them have seen that entrance with the
Checkerboard.
mirror.
Yeah. Which were at the good old-fashioned Southwest Foothills Cave.
That could be the answer. That puts Kingstomb and Bonk Rocks in logic too now.
And there's a small key on the library at Cave 45, which our friend Hitaka could go ahead and get off.
Yeah, so that's another amazing hint, like seconds after we needed it.
I didn't see it. What was it?
The hookshot is in Turtle Rock.
Oh. Mushroom.
Witch Quest. I don't think we've seen Witch, though.
No, we have not. Yeah, there was a key on Desert Torch.
Yeah, it was just
300 rupees in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, that's the fairy fountain.
That's a reasonable idea there, Incoherent.
Yeah, I don't see a reason to save for Big Powder at this point. Especially when we're down to the last few items for Moon Pearl. Ooh, but this is Paradox.
Taka finds Paradox Cave at King's Tomb, so not only is that 7 items, but it's also 2 connectors to get us to more locations.
Yeah, this could be 4.
I feel like Moon Pearl's just gonna be in here.
I feel like they should get a sword at this point, just for, you know. Looks like GFE is doing the same thing now. Starting to explore all these Dark World entrances.
Ooh, the other Aga Tower key.
Flute!
And a flute.
That gives us access to desert items, so no Moon Pearl yet. That gives us access to Checkerboard and the, let's see, the 2 Desert Palace entrances.
If the other Castle Tower key wasn't completely out of logic, that would put the east side of Dark World in logic with Aga Tower, but the other Castle Tower key was out of logic. But
Yes.
The Moon Pearl could be in the second chest in Agate Tower.
But it's only out of logic until they find an immunity item.
Well, and the Moon Pearl.
No, because going into doing Super Bunny in Desert and if they find the TR Big Key and Samaria and an immunity item.
Yeah, that would do it.
But that's a lot. The other entrances of Paradox are ones that GFE are not going to find. It was the right side of Desert and
wow, Paradox really not coming through on accessible entrances.
Yeah, it was locked by itself, basically. It was locked by Boots anyways.
And if you'll excuse me. So in all of this time, playing Entrance Online, there's a few things I find put me on edge. But yesterday was new. I can't believe that it's true. Someone forgot to view Lumberjack Ledge.
Incredible.
Might have had something to do with someone leaving the hammer there for several hours. Alright, GFE is about to find Turtle Rock, I imagine. Oh, nope, he's doing the flute thing. Oh, but that's gonna get rid of your Super Bunny state. You have to leave, come back.
Yeah, bonking. Yeah.
So bonking. Okay, Hera was the green pendant. Turns out, bonking gets rid of your Super Bunny state, but you can use it to open that and then head to the back and open the chests that way. To be honest, I had never considered that, but it's good to know. Ether Medallion, bombs, and a heart.
I think we found all 3 medallions out of logic.
You're not wrong. Alright, Hitaka heading for the checkerboard cave entrance. And it's back at Desert. You didn't move very far, did you?
This is good, because it's actually fully clearable at this point.
Oh yeah, you can clear it. It's not technically in logic.
Yeah, it is. It is. They found the flute in the mirror in logic.
Yeah, but the logic wants you to have the Desert small key.
Oh, yes, that's true. But
nobody's worried about that.
Small detail.
I just think it makes it that much less likely that the Moon Pearl is here. Unless, of course, we could have found the Desert small key in some normal location.
We can't be in a normal location. That would be too nice.
Yeah, Bolan Molas. That is how it's usually done in the NMG strats, and I'm just awful at Bolan Mola. Oh, he's got Hammer out.
Hammerland Molas is still pretty terrible.
You know what I'd be tempted to do at this point? Bombs. If only because I just kind of learned the timing for bomb Landmo.
Well, that is a good point. Chat says Desert Small Key could be that,
Oh yeah, it could be the one. No, it would have been a different color.
It would have been a different color? Really?
Yeah, the ones that are vanilla are slightly darker.
Well, learn something new.
It could be the one on the ledge. Fire Rod on Landmo. Okay. And it's a pendant, so what up required pendant dungeons?
Yeah, that's required though.
It is no sword yetless. They should exist somewhere in this game where we do have to take AA's word for it. The 131st sword is a proud cross keys tradition. I agree. Hey, there's Sick Kid. Moon Pearl. Moon Pearl. Moon Pearl. Powder. Bat Moon Pearl.
This is just more deferred. Like, maybe the powder leads to Pearl.
Oh boy, this sure is a seed. Okay, GFE finds the boots. What hole is Bat in? That was the. I do not remember.
It was in Lumberjack, which.
Oh, good luck with that. Okay, it's not gonna be in Logic.
We found a sword,
Hey,
though.
we got a sword. An out of Logic sword. Because of Super Bunny. But it is Super Bunny Cave, which going through Super Bunny Cave as Bunny is totally in Logic. Oh my god, tell me it's up here. Okay, no. It's a big
We already
20.
saw that it was just 20 rupees. Okay. This is getting more and more awful.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope GFE finds it soon. So
I don't think you can read the tile as a bunny.
No, I don't believe so. Not unless you Super Bunny do it. So
Hitaka going for the second chest at Aga Tower.
yeah, it's in Logic.
I think it's the last thing in Logic.
Well, we still have the entrances in Village of Outcasts.
Well, I thought GFE checked a bunch of those.
I don't think he finished them yet, did he?
Oh, maybe he's not done yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's doing it right now. I'm done.
Yeah, the second one is out of Logic.
Oh yeah, he did South Dark World, but not West Dark World.
And I mean, continuing the tradition of late hints.
Alright, Hitaka in Hookshot Cave.
Putting that out of Logic hookshot to use.
Alright, we can Super Bunny to grab those chests here in Curiosity Shop, which is the Waterfall Ferry. Shovel and an Ice Palace Small Key.
Another fetch quest. So Aga wasn't actually in Logic since one of the items was on one of the Aga Tower keys was on Laser Bridge. And in order to get that, you would have had to have Moon Pearl at the time.
Yeah, or Turtle Rock, Big Key, Cane of Sabaria, and a bunch of other shenanigans.
Yeah.
Looks like Hitaka's gonna go clear left side of Ganon's Tower.
They would need the cane and a TR Big Key, and
Yeah,
an
Logic is
immunity
hard
item
is possibly the understatement of the year for cross keys. Ooh, blue potion from the ferry at Bonk Rocks. Feels good, man.
Oh yeah, that's where Bombos was. It was in left side Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, so Firebar Room you can reach without the hook shot, but you also have to have a bunch of keys for it to be in logic.
Yeah, they're gonna skip it because of that.
Alright, so GFE is going to locate Hookshot Cave, or not Hookshot Cave, Paradox Cave, the words that I use with my mouth.
They're gonna find their flute too.
Looks like he's peacing out for a sec.
I think he's gonna go turn in the mushroom first.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. Ooh, cape.
Oh, there's the immunity item. But
Small key to Skullwoods. Another shield, and there's a second sword. Yet another out of logic sword.
an interesting thing to note there is both a shield and one of the immunity items was locked behind hookshot. So that makes Aga 1 even less likely now.
It also means that technically the Cane of Burna is going to be available before you get that hookshot.
Yeah, that's true too. I love a quick swap with this room. It makes it so much faster.
I need to, like, really put some time into doing quick swap because I'm bad at it.
Yeah, it's a little bit rough to learn, but once you get used to it, you can cut your menu times by that, like 2 minutes. Alright, behind Ice Armos.
Really, the only thing of any relevance is that half magic.
It's nice, but still not what we're looking for.
Alright, Hitaka gonna go turn in the mushroom as well. And head back up to the mountain, and the dead rock lands in its traditional position where it ought to be able to, you ought to be able to squeeze by, but of course you can't, because dead rocks.
We did not get a clue about Moon Pearl now.
Not that I know of.
We also don't know where Hera is either. They did all of the desert entrances. The left one led to race game, and the other one led to...
I think he might be talking about actual entrances in the desert
ones?
area. Yeah.
I thought for sure that Hitaka checked them, but I could be wrong.
I don't think he did. I don't think he checked left side desert or back desert. I don't know why. Maybe he's just...
That seems like a weird oversight.
Yeah, maybe he's just having a non-entrance brain day for a second.
Oh.
Taka heading over to East Dark World.
Alright, this is still not in logic because we don't have any way over here. As GFE hasn't gone down there yet.
He has not.
Yeah, he's probably taking his hook shot and having fun with it. Ooh, That's so rough.
Hitaka gets significantly bodied there over on East Dark World.
Oh, those things are the worst.
Hitaka busted out the flute.
Here, flip to 6. Check some entrances. Well, couldn't turn in their mushroom too, it seems like.
I think he already did it.
Oh, that's the Smiths. You can't do them yet.
I guess he was just checking this entrance on account of having not checked that entrance.
Oh, that's a good point. I hope they didn't mark the desert entrances.
That would be unfortunate.
Maybe they're just having a brain fart. Forget that they can mirror into them.
And GFE just hasn't checked the desert entrances at all yet.
Yeah, he hasn't gone there.
Alright, so GFE activating the Super Bunny glitch to grant access to the sword, but taking damage, that gets rid of the Super Bunny glitch.
Yeah, Hitaka's just gonna have to muscle through it. Meanwhile, GFE is gonna get their half magic. There is not a lot of you can do going this way as the bird.
Sure. Well, I mean, you can mirror on top of the pyramid. I'm guessing that's what we're going for here.
Oh, that's true. But it's still not in logic.
It is not, no. I think those left desert entrances, or just the desert entrances in general, are probably what we're looking for here.
Yeah. J. Cooper, Aga 1 isn't in logic without the Moon Pearl. Just from where one of the Ganon's tower, or where one of the Aga Castle Tower small keys were.
Saw GFE do the digging spot, found some sort of key there. I didn't see what particular key it was. Ganon's Tower small key, alright.
A lot of hints on Hyrule Castle, but not much else.
Oh, is GFE just gonna take that GT small key and go to the firebar room?
Yeah, it looks like it. Nothing on Hyrule Castle. And nothing in Firebar Room. Oh, that's a good point. The Bonk Rock's behind Link's house. Neither of them have checked that yet. Oh, wait, GFE did check that.
Yeah, big 20 in the K45 room there. So what are we going to see next? Flute to 6, Hitaka. Fluting to 8.
Yeah, 8's gonna bring them...
Oh. We have a pause. Nope, he's still going.
Could do Meyer at this point. The boots are in logic, so bonking into Meyer isn't completely out of it. GFE hasn't gone to Desert left or back either.
Yeah. I think there's still a couple of entrances in, like, Village of Outcasts that nobody's checked.
Yeah, we're still trying to find the Moon Pearl. That's the major item that's locking them. So, yeah, right now Hookshot isn't in logic the way they found it.
Oh yeah, but the
boots
were. So yeah, it could totally be in Misery Mire.
Right, with
I
the
didn't even
fire
think about that.
With the fire source, they haven't found any Mire small keys. But that's still, I think, 4 chests that are automatically in logic.
Yeah, and I mean, you'd probably go ahead and check the 2 on the left that aren't anyway.
Right, yeah. Looks like Hitaka and GFE are doing opposite plays again. Hitaka checking the Dark World entrances again. They buried this Moon Pearl, though.
Yeah. Just putting this in perspective, it is an hour and 20 minutes in. We still don't have a Moon Pearl. That is almost unprecedented. It has been a while since I've seen a seed go this long without a Moon Pearl. I didn't watch the earlier race, sorry. Yeah, that's probably true. The Moon Pearl is not so much buried as ignored.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is there's just not a lot they can do without it, though.
Yeah. I mean, they can do the whole, GT play and all that mess. But the problem is, so much of the entrances are going to still be locked behind that Moon Pearl. And I would bet that some of the places we're looking for are there. Like, Ice Palace.
So it does look like that GFE is making the Aga play. This is weird because he also doesn't have the powder yet. Because he hasn't visited Sick Kid.
So the reason that Bat can't be the Moon Pearl is because we'd have to go beat Aga Tower, and one of the Aga Tower small keys is currently behind the Moon Pearl in logic.
Yeah, the laser bridge was at Ice Palace, so the only way they can get that small key right now is by using the Super Bunny glitch. And we haven't found the TR Big Key or the cane yet. We also found
we would need both canes.
Yeah, we also found both a shield and the cape behind Hookshot, so it would be Blue Cane is the only other thing available.
We have 3 Turtle Rock small keys.
I don't think in entrance you need 3 Turtle Rocks because
yeah, you might not. I mean, logically, it wants that. I think because of the way
the cape was locked behind Hookshot, and Hookshot was on Laser Bridge. Yeah, it was. This seed has weird logic.
Yeah, there's some real shenanigans going on here. But GFE is doing the Aga play. So we'll get to see what Magic Bat is.
I think this is a soft lock because Super Bunny fell into. Oh no, he can still.
You can just straight up die.
You can die Super Bunny back in.
So, yeah, this is more like Bunny Revival, which turns you into Link.
Right, yeah.
See, that key was a little bit different colored.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, the vanilla small keys are a little differently colored in the dungeon. I don't know why. That's just the way it is.
Aga 1 not being nice. Unfortunately, we do need to follow the logic because the moon pearl's required for this seed to be finished.
Yeah, that's the real issue here. We do need that moon pearl.
There's just
I mean, do we though?
There's just too much stuff that they can't get to. Too many entrances that they haven't found yet. I mean, we still haven't found Hera. We haven't found Ice Palace. We haven't. We know where Swamp Palace is, but we don't know where the dam is.
Yeah, we need to find quite a few more things for the moon pearl to be there up there at the top of GT, but it's theoretically.
We just need to find the GT big key.
We need several small keys.
The first two chests are in logic with 0 keys. The Helmosaur ones, and then the next chest is in logic with 3.
Sorry, I was referring specifically to validation chest, which was what was talked about in chat there. Sorry about that.
Sorry, yeah, validation chest, but
small key to Hyrule Castle in Spike Cave. Word.
That's highly unhelpful. All right, GFE is in the desert area. Got the mirror. Can you mirror the desert area first, please?
Okay, he's doing it.
Sank is at the waterfall ferry. Or at the ferry.
There's the desert small key.
Ooh,
it's the one on the ledge.
Could just be in desert.
Yeah, very well could be. Just right side of desert.
That stinks.
Having what you're looking for.
That stinks because I think Hitaka just forgot.
Oh, and there's Ice Palace.
Oh, no, don't do it yet. No! GFE, if you go like 5 feet right, you'll find the fire rod.
Aww.
This is in logic. Bombos actually isn't in logic, but the fire rod is, so... Even though GFE isn't doing this in logic, it's in logic.
Yeah, so... In theory...
The moon pearl can be in here.
Yeah. Also, in theory, you might not need the moon pearl? Well, we don't know where the back of Skull Woods is. We don't know where the dam is.
I mean, if they're both pendants, though...
Well, no, Skull Woods and Swamp are crystals. That's why I'm talking about that one.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, we still need Turtle Rock Big Key, we still need Thieves Town Big Key, we still need Thieves Town Small Key by logic.
So there... It's just... All the... You know, we found a bunch of the places that I was concerned about finding without the moon pearl.
We did check Firebar, it was like 3 bombs.
Yeah. Firebar room is in logic if you have all the keys.
Yeah, it looks like Hitaka's doing the, I mean, I can parse the logic when we find the moon pearl.
Yeah, we could just be in a situation where, you know, the moon pearl's just sitting there on the right side of desert in one of those 2 chests.
Right, exactly, because, let's see. They found Bow and Lamp very early in Kakariko. and that led to a glove and mirror in Eastern Palace. Eastern Palace was full clearable like super early too. From there, it wanted you to go to the Ice Rod area, take the connector to Bumper Cave Ledge, and mirror to get the boots, and from there go into King's Tomb to get the
flute from Paradox Cave, yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, was going to Desert. The other glove was in, I think...
Spiral Cave entrance?
Yeah, it was Steve's...
Blind Hut?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is pretty much a dumb seed. It's been a dumb seed for a while. But it's a cool seed. That's the thing. I like seeds that look dumb. I'm weird.
Yeah, because the two runners have done so many different things, we've seen most everything.
Cool seed, right, indeed.
I mean, it's just more that there was...
key to Thieves Town over in Ice Palace.
It's mildly helpful if they found the big key to it.
Find the big key on Cold Stare. Moon Pearl on... in the big chest of Thieves Town. Excuse me?
Oh, we have found Thieves Town, yeah. That's over at, like, Race Game, I think, right?
Something like that.
It's close to that. Or maybe it's in Blind Hut?
Okay.
Well, we found it.
Iced tea.
So he might be confused because technically that Bombos was out of logic for him. I hope he's not confused for long.
Well, I mean, maybe he will now know that the fire rod cannot be behind the Moon Pearl.
That's true. Ooh,
Silver arrows. Very nice.
And we did get a hint about the big chest, so he's just skipping it.
Mm-hmm. Looks like he's gonna do something here.
Probably off for a fairy.
Yeah.
He is going into Fighter Sword only Cold Stare, so I guess Hammer Cold Stare.
Yeah, I was wondering why he switched to the bottle, but yeah. And Hitaka is going to check Magic Bat now.
Just a map.
Of Ganon's Tower. Extra dumb.
So Hitaka needs to go back to desert area. Badly. Yeah, this is... Hammer Cold Stare is rough, but GFE seems to have this quite handled well. One v one now. Here we go.
Bro. Applying a little bit of cape strats here. Using the spins from the sword.
Yeah, it does take 16 spins, but...
Oh! I was like, is that going to be Big Key of Thieves Town like I was talking about? No, it's Big Key of GT, which is, you know, arguably better.
And that information actually fills out our pendant and crystal list. We know Desert and Hera are Our pendants and Misery Mire is the last pendant.
All right. So GFE dealing with that shenaniganery. Finding Sazrella gonna get some stuff in the closet.
Yeah, I don't know if he's happy about finding that moon pearl or upset that he did.
Looks like Hitaka has just completely written off the desert entrances there, which is not good for him.
No, I can't see their notes, but I'm hoping that they didn't just mark the desert entrances as empty. It's gonna cost them some time.
Alright, so there's the upgrade ferry at Misery Mire's entrance, which turned out to require the Ether Medallion. So, vanilla medallion requirements today.
GFE is gonna partake in some upgrades.
That explains a lot.
I mean, I figured they have some notes in front of them, though. I hope.
I used to do everything handwritten. I made myself a little form.
Oh, you know what? Hitaka went through Super Bunny Cave, which kicked them out of the desert area. Now that I think about it. And it was Fire Rod on Landmo here, so GFE's gonna get that done too.
Alright, so we need to find the Back of Skull Woods, as it is a crystal dungeon. We need to find the big key of Turtle Rock. We need to find the big key of Palace of Darkness.
And a lot of small keys.
Oh, how about that small key? The small key to Swamp Palace.
That one's
in the library there.
That does not help them, though.
We did find the good old-fashioned Swamp Palace entrance. We have not found the dam, though, so we can't actually get anything there.
There's the left side of Turtle Rock. The death entrance.
Yep, the Wall of Eyes. For those of you who haven't really done a lot of this, one thing you can do there at the Wall of Eyes is just kind of hug the walls and go to the right, and then lift the pot on the right, and you'll be fine. You don't have to do any shenanigans like that.
Yeah, this that entrance does let them go and grab these couple chests.
Yeah, that does put them in logic for sure.
But probably not too helpful for them.
All right, GFE, having now located both of the swords that we've found so far, and that is another entrance we can just a shop. And GFE can go ahead and check the Turtle Rock vanilla entrance.
Yeah, he's mainly looking for entrances right now as it is. Item-wise, he only needs Besides the keys, he needs the ice rod and the Samaria.
In before Tower of Hera. I don't know, I'm just throwing things out there.
Rock of Hera. Ice Rod is required to beat Trinex, which we know is one of the 5-6 crystals.
Oh, it's the dam!
Ooh, that's a good find.
Big deal right there. Meyer Small Key, slightly less big deal. And by slightly less, I mean immensely less big deal.
We do not have the book, so we do not know what's on Fed. Fed could have any number of keys on it, and it could also have the ice rod or just the ice rod, but that's about it. Poor Hitaka, they seem
So
lost.
go with me on this journey. You ready? Blue cane on pedestal. And that's what you technically needed for the hook shot.
Yeah, but we don't know where Hera is, so... And I don't think it can be in Light World, because I think we've actually hit every Light World entrance.
Alright. GFE doing an in-logic traversal of Hookshot Cave.
We gotta give Hitaka the energy to flute to 6.
Flute to 6. Flute to 6.
That's not a 6.
There have been quite a few matches in this tournament decided by someone just, spacing on an entrance here and there.
I mean, I've known that I've lost like half hours due to that, so it's not totally unsurprising.
Alright, we'll see what this small key is on the torch. I'm guessing GT. It is.
Good guess. Yeah, that's... Hopefully that makes them think of desert. Nope, they're back to 8. Wow, they might do Meyer now.
Oh yeah, it looks like they're doing it.
In a dungeon, just not the right one. We'll get our first check of the right side of desert, though, here.
Desert Right containing a Skullwood small key, which the logic wants you to have. And a Big 20, which no one wants you to have.
Yeah, sitting at a couple thousand rupees, you're kind of done with money.
Yeah. GFE has a nice solid string of 1s in the binary representation of that. It's literally just 10 1s. And there's a pod key, which, it's been a while since we've seen a pod key. Those are usually pretty common and plentiful, but been a little bit out of the way so far.
Yeah, we found 3 so far. Need at least... I mean, technically you can clear it with 2, but... Or 1, really, but... That's dangerous. For logic, you need all 6. And a lot of chests are locked behind 6 pod keys. Ooh,
All right, we got bug net.
GFE is on track to find his Swamp Palace small key too, so that's going to put that full dungeon in logic for him. Poor Hitaka gets slimed.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, those slugs in Misery Mire deal a crap ton of damage, I believe is the technical term.
It's like 4 hearts. It's like as much as like Ganon fireballs and Shrinex hugs.
Lasers.
Lasers.
Alright, so GFE finding that small key to Swamp. I imagine Swamp Palace will be the next thing in his mind.
Yeah, I think he's just routing.
Didn't find the big key to Swamp, did we?
No, we didn't. But it's usually not too big of a concern. Silvers were in Ice Palace as well. And
we also know that we won't need to head to the left side of Swamp, so that helps.
That's true. It does cut down on the items that are available in there.
And GFE picking up the blacksmith, which we did find that blacksmith earlier. I'm just having a hard time remembering, particularly where.
It was Witch's Hut, I believe. I remember.
Yes, that's right. And there's a 4th pod key over in. So, go with me on this journey. The logic is going to require you to go to left side Swamp to get the Misery Mire small key. Oh, there's Skull Woods. In the back of Skull Woods at Hammer Pegs. So, we might take the Smith to go see Moth.
Does that work?
I don't know.
There's our 5th pod key.
That's a lot of pod keys.
I mean, I'm just...
Okay, the Crystal Maiden needs the Smith.
I figured that was considered a follower or something. I remember hearing something about that.
So if it was a pendant dungeon, it would work, is what you're saying.
Well, it takes too long to go out and come back, and it's much quicker to just grab the Smith again.
Yeah, you can just grab the Smith again.
Because this was like 4 feet away. Master Sword Moth. This is going to be pretty easy, especially with half magic.
Right, Hitaka has decided to go back into pod with all of those pod keys.
Yeah, 4 small keys puts the back into logic. And
if I had to guess, I think the blue cane is probably in here. All right, GFE has dealt with Moth, gets that crystal, leaves, just go grab the Smith again, because you're right here. We're going to check our hammer-locked house. And it's the Sea House, having moved exactly 1 block south.
Renovations.
Seems legit.
Yeah, if he wants to, he could probably drop a mirror warp right by the East Town entrance. Ooh, we found Hera.
All right. Now, no big key to speak of, but there are 3 items we can access here.
Yeah, is he gonna do the wait?
Yeah, I have a permit. It's this little piece of paper in my pocket that says I can do what I want.
The hospital leads to a heartbeat. Green Pendant is dead.
Oh, big key, a pod. That is huge.
That's super helpful. Though that depends on his decision to go into Misery Mire to grab some more pod keys.
Ooh, gets a little bit knocked off the pegs here, so he's going to have to combat the tiles the old-fashioned way.
Hitaka does not have the pod big key. It was literally just here. Hitaka is in a bad spot. They're really confused about what they should be doing.
Ooh, Tempered Sword in the basement of Hera. I would wait 45 seconds for that.
Yeah,
I think you might make those up.
Yeah, you definitely could make that up with the number of bosses you still have left to do. And yeah, since you can't die at the front of Hera, there's no way you can get that that pod big key early.
So, I mean, it's not hard pearl locked because you could Super Bunny into Hera and then hit the switch with your sword and go die.
That's true.
I saw somebody do it in the last one I did. Oh, it's Bombable Hut. Yeah, I'm dumb. You just can't get in the door. You can't get in the front door. That's a lot of bombs dropped by those mimics.
I don't think we found Hype Cave yet either, so we're still looking for that.
There's the 4th T-Rock key for Hitaka. And a blue mail. Sankheart. And a big 20. Meanwhile, GFE is going to go get disappointed by the magic bat.
We have a nice bomb jump set up for Hitaka to get into the dark maze without spending a key.
Another heart container.
More health.
And
More
another
health.
heart container. Alright, so we're getting a check on the Bumper Cave entrance, which has a storyteller. I'm going to go get told a story. So I was always confused by that when it says the old smithery. I'm like, old smithery? What makes it old? It's not. It's just the fact that it was the smithery in the vanilla game.
Yeah, AA liked using the word old on a lot of stuff. What are you going after now? I'm not sure there's anything left in here for you, is there, Hitaka?
I think maybe he hasn't done the big key chest. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. He went in with 4 and he already opened the basement one.
And that's 50 rupees. Once again, Hitaka needs to get to the back entrance of Desert to find that ice palace.
We found Bumper Cave, too.
Yeah, and I don't think we've seen the other end.
I think he finally realized it.
Oh my goodness, Hitaka has finally decided to head to
Ooh, that was an important Smith turn-in.
6.
The Smith turn-in gave the big key to Turtle Rock.
Ooh. Very nice, very important. Alright, Hitaka gets that small key, and it looks like Hitaka will finally find Ice Palace. GFE, by the way, heading over to Catfish. Murray's handing out gift subs here in the chat to some nerds. I've never heard of these nerds before.
I know.
I'm kidding.
Who are these people? Alright. So that big key doesn't put Trinex into logic, but we did find the big chest. And being able to, yeah, without the Samaria, we can't actually clear Turtle Rock anyways. We need the Ice Rod too.
Oh yeah, the
getting ahead of ourselves.
The Ice Rod, Samaria, important things. But it does put the big chest in logic.
It does. That's one item. There's the other half
there's
of Bumper.
Yep. Oh! The big key is Swamp Palace, located at the Witch's Hut, which just happened to be over here in Dark Shopping Mall.
Literally where Swamp Palace is.
Yep. And I'm not going to lie, I think GFE is about to mirror directly to it, so that is just the best possible time to find that.
I mean, yeah, he already knows left side is dead, so he'll be able to skip that, and he'll be able to get everything else, so this is a good clear.
Feels good, man. There's 20 rupees in the first chest.
Alright, 3 bombs so far. What are we hoping to find in here? We need
Ice Rod.
Thieves Town Big Key.
Yeah, so Ice Rod, Thieves Town Big Key.
And Samaria.
Yeah, okay.
Now, if you found the Ice Rod, the Thieves Town Big Key, would you attempt to hover Trinex?
I might.
Because that's the only thing that requires the Samaria.
I'm not saying I'd make it, but I would certainly try, like once or twice. Once you get a good enough rhythm, you can sometimes get there.
I don't have the rhythm for it. We're not quite there yet. Samaria could still be before the other 2 items. But I find it funny to think about.
Yeah, so what I'm sitting here thinking is Samaria on the Lost Woods hideout. Ooh, we got a book.
About some literacy.
And the other mail upgrade in the Swamp Palace big chest.
Ooh, did GFE not get this in? Oh, well. GFE's gonna go left.
Oh, yeah, maybe he didn't get the hint.
This might actually
Yeah,
buy Hitaka some time.
We can't have Samaria on the pedestal because Meyer is required for the pedestal.
Yeah, the other two items can be, though, for sure. It's interesting when you find a big key.
In that case, we would need the big key of Hera and big key of Meyer as well, so... Hitaka finally finds the Moon Pearl. I was on it. There we go. I was like, I'm expecting some sort of rage here. There it is.
That was definitely Moon Pearl logic, though. Some Moon Bunny logic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Apparently, yeah. Moon logic is a term. I think that's a term that usually gets used for like Sierra-style adventure games when nothing makes sense.
Yes. Yeah, I remember we saw a hint for Left Side Swamp and the Big Just and Ice Palace. So.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you might have just forgotten about it. Well, that's a whole lot of maps there in the back of Swamp.
I mean, if he doesn't know what crystals are required now, he does now. There's our final Dark Palace key. So, GFE won't have to do any of Misery Mire. Gosh, Fire Rod on Gold Stair is so much fun.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Samaria on the Lost Woods hideout, which is, you know, behind Ganon's tower.
Ow. That sounds,
And so in that scenario, yeah, you might try the hover once or twice.
Alright, so Hitaka with their Moon Pearl, probably feeling a bit behind, but...
So, world's most simplest explanation for hovering that I can come up with.
Press A really fast.
Well, yeah, I guess so. It's not really that much. The idea is the boots, while you are charging the dash, you can't fall. And it takes half a second or 30 frames to charge the dash. And then after releasing the dash, you have 1 frame to move. So the idea is you push the button, make sure the button is pressed down. Oh, there's Kane.
Ooh.
Yeah, it turns out it was in Hype Cave all along.
Yeah, fake Hype Cave.
Speaking of which, we haven't actually seen actual Hype Cave.
I know. I didn't think we saw. I thought we saw Mini Moldorm, but that was in Hype Cave location. I'm surprised GFE hasn't been there yet, because they did the South Loop.
Yeah. So let me finish what I was talking about. The way you do it is you hold the dash button down while you're over the hole for less than half a second. Release for 1 second or 1 frame so you can move, and then repress the button. So you can have the button held down for up to half a second between moves, but you can only release it for 1 frame.
Yeah, it's less mashing and more of a rhythm, but this game runs at 60 frames a second, so releasing a button for 1/60th of a second is actually very hard to do.
So the way I end up doing is I take 2 fingers separated by a 3rd finger so that my 2 fingers stay a certain distance apart. Then I slide the 2 fingers across the button so that the button itself is only released for a very short amount of time.
See, the way I do it is I just fall a lot.
Yeah, I believe that is also a valid strategy. It's mentally taxing, and it's also very physically taxing because you've got to maintain that process for a long time, especially if you're going to try the hover all the way to Trinex, which is a dumb amount of distance.
Alright, so GFE is in the pod. They are going to be able to clear out everything in here, actually, with 4 keys.
Yeah. If they avoid opening the front door and use the hammer yump to get to that left side, they will be able to get everything. We'll get to see what's in the big chest of pod, which is pretty exciting to me. Got Hitaka going ahead to turn in the smith, as we know that's pretty important.
It is. I feel like bringing the mirror portal up to the 3 loot point, though, would have been a little bit faster. That way you didn't have to... But that's just...
Alright, GFE setting up the hammer yump here. This is another place you can hover if you're real good. But how about no?
The bomb jump is considerably easier.
Alright, that is another small key to Ganon's tower. So that is starting to make it a little more likely that the top of GT is in logic here.
Is that the 3rd or the 4th one?
I think it's the 3rd. But I mean, there could be a key in one of those 2 chests up there.
I actually think the reason that the potion glitch was allowed in randomizer was because people could get those 2 chests by hovering to them. And that's why the implementation of the potion glitch was allowed, because it was a more consistent way for people who didn't have hover skills to be able to actually do those. Even though
what was the key on the Lake Hylia Island?
I don't know, but it was a big key.
Meyer, okay.
Oh, okay, it was Meyer.
Apparently both runners got that, and I never noticed.
So Hitaka's going to be able to clear out Swamp 2. They're going to find out that this leads to the
Dark Witch, I believe.
Yeah. It's like a random shop, I believe, normally.
I think it's that house with nothing in it.
No, I thought that one was a shop.
Oh, maybe not.
I think most of the houses with nothing in it are in Kakariko.
Wait, the one I'm thinking of is the Lumberjack Hut.
Yeah, I think Hitaka having issues with finding stuff, they're not that far behind.
Yep, and they have the cane.
Yeah, they have the
GFE does not.
They have the cane, but they're missing the pod big key. I think that's the only difference between those 2 right now.
And Hitaka very well may be picking up the pod big key shortly on account of heading to Village of Outcasts.
So this race might be closer, even though Hitaka spent a lot of extra time looking for that Moon Pearl. I mean, Hype Cave is... I hate saying this, but it might actually be hype this time. We are missing a couple of major keys still. We still need the Thieves Town big key. And we still need the ice rod.
Yep, which is basically a key at this point.
I mean, yeah. It's a fetch quest. Use ice rod on Trinex.
There's some moon logic for you.
Mimic Cave dropping all the bombs again.
Alright, Helmosaur goes down. This is new information.
Ooh.
It's a big key to Thieves Town. Alright, that means we are just missing the ice rod.
The irony. Ice rod go mode after 2 hours and 10 minutes. But that might also drag GFE further away from Mini Moldorm.
Feels open, man. I love it.
Alright, so it looks like Hitaka found their Hera, so they're going to have their pod big key very shortly too. And then they will be Ice Rod from Go mode as well. Or no. Yeah, they will. They'll go back to pod. You can go in the basement? I think they've been
like
burned
it.
too many times to not go in the basement.
I mean, it's not a bad... They're not going to be terribly disappointed with what they find. Only slightly disappointed. How far into Turtle Rock? Well, they've gotten most of what's in Turtle Rock. They have not gotten the 3 chests in the front, nor have they gotten the big chest or the crystal roller room chest.
Yeah, the roller bar room. I think that might be a low for Hitaka, so it's not quite a coffee break. Oh, no. I was incorrect. Ooh, there's a big key to Hera. We know Green Pendant is dead. Palace of Darkness has already been done.
Pedestal. There could be things on the tablets we haven't seen. There's all of right side Ganon's Tower and the top of Ganon's Tower that we haven't seen. There's just a fairly sizable chunk of things that have not been checked yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that can still be done.
GFE going to the big chest of Thieves Town. Just bombs.
Yeah, GFE knows that he's just looking for 2 items at this point. He's not looking for any real entrances, but we still don't know where Hype Cave is, so... if it is Pedestal, that actually doesn't add any more items that they need to find at this point.
Right.
It just adds dungeon clearing.
Okay, I think I figured out where Hype Cave has to be.
Enlighten me.
Palace of Darkness main entrance.
That's entirely possible, yeah. Because they've only ever been over there as a bunny. So Thieves Town not really paying off for anything. Unless this last item is something.
Nope.
More bombs. Well, that's GFE's 6th, so he is looking for Samaria and Ice Rod to finish off this seed.
So, one upside to GFE's, minor, resolution issues is he does have his entire entrance tracker on his screen, so we can see that he has left Hype Cave unchecked, so he will head there eventually. Oh, he's going for the back of Skullwoods. That could also be where Hype Cave is.
I don't even remember GFE going into Skullwoods.
Oh, yeah.
I actually don't think he has.
Yeah, he's gone to the back of Skullwoods.
Yeah, because we found that at Peg Cave.
Alright, purple chest being turned in by Hitaka for a heart piece. Why is there a chest following him? So that's something that happens in the normal game. You have to take that chest to the man in the desert to get it open. It normally contains a bottle.
In this case, it did not. So, Hitaka with their extra key is just gonna burst through the front door, and they're gonna kill Helmosaur real quick. That's gonna give them their Thieves Town big key. And that's gonna put them Ice Rod from Go mode. Yeah, unfortunately Hitaka went down here without their big key, and the only big key lock is directly the door in front of Helmosaur. Alright, back of Skull Woods is... archery game. Nice.
Yeah, I don't think we need that kind of money right now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's pedestal time. What do we have? Just couch cash, move along.
Alright, well... it's not to say the Ice Rod can't still be in Misery Mire Hera. What do you think? Misery Mire, Hera, or Hype Cave? Or none of the above? Chat, let us know. Vote for your,
Vote now on your phones.
Vote now on your phone. Or GT, yeah, it could be an upper GT or right side GT still.
Everyone voted so hard that Ganon's tower burned down. Sorry.
We also have tablets too.
Yep, there are... I mean, this is a fairly large number of items that we have not seen just due to the, Moon Pearl situation and the key situation and the cane situation.
Yeah, there's a decent number of things that we still have to find. I mean, it could also be, heck, at the drop down at Ganon's at Pyramid.
So I think this is still anybody's race, really.
Oh, that is correct. We still need Burna by logic.
That is true.
I have not been keeping track of that, but that probably is in Ganon's tower. Because Samaria was available after Moon Pearl, so it probably would be in right side Ganon's tower.
But Moon Pearl was...
Moon Pearl was an Ice Palace, and then that unlocked Mini Moldorm.
Yeah. I've got it backwards now. For some reason, my brain is thinking that the hook shot required the moon or the the hookshot was locking the Moon Pearl. No, it's the other way around.
Yeah. Good Moldorm.
Right,
GFE.
Hitaka going to Thieves Town, doing the thing. Just another compass on Moldorm, and GFE not even getting the pendant.
GFE
And
not clearing Harrow.
we actually... It's actually entirely reasonable to do that, because one, he knows that Sahasrara is garbage, and two, he knows that the pedestal is garbage, so forget it.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's just funny to see.
And he's going for the purple chest as well.
This might lead him to his red cane, though, which is good. I think he just wants to stay in Dark World, which is why he's not fluting.
Yep.
Though I feel like it would be faster to mirror and flute still.
So I feel like with the cane, I think the first place I'd go, actually, is other places in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, the front three in Turtle Rock, that would probably be a good play.
And then maybe the big chest in the middle.
Yeah, the big chest, yeah. I forgot how easy the front of Turtle Rock was to get to. I know we saw
most of it's over there on East Death Mountain.
So this tablet is new. Let's see what this is.
Ten arrows. So once again, still looking for that ice rod. Logically, no! GFE, no! Stop, no! No! You need to check Hype Cave.
That's not good. He's gonna go into Meyer.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna be really upset when he realizes he could have had Samaria going into Meyer.
Ugh. All of these checks are just giving Hitaka a little more time to catch up. This is really turning into anybody's race with the ice rod being, at large and so many different places it could be.
Yeah, unfortunately,
any of which is pretty reasonable to go to.
The only new thing he's gonna find in here is the Meyer Big Chest. But the other 6 items were just mostly just pod keys, putting the rest of pod into logic.
So, yeah, Meyer Big Chest is the only saving grace here, and it's not likely to contain what you need. Could, though. Watch it be Blue Cane.
It could be.
No, Meyer Big Key required Moon Pearl.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, but no, okay, that's still fine.
That's fine. Moon Pearl's fine, Hookshot is not.
Right.
Hookshot and Aga is not. And Hookshot hasn't blocked him. Because the only thing we used it for was to finish Swamp. Yes, Hitaka did finish Skullwoods. It was very fast. And then they also finished, Palace of Darkness, too. I swore they found Swamp Palace. But it's not marked on the tracker that they did. But I thought they were the ones that went over there with the glove first.
Nah, I'm pretty sure that was GFE. And GFE finds that other pod key. Lots of pod keys here.
Yeah, there was 2 pod keys in here, but
oh yeah, you're right, it was Hitaka who found the swamp.
Yeah, because they did Eastern first. They got the first crystal, so they went over with the glove.
Has Hitaka done Turtle Rock main entrance to do the dam yet, though?
No, they haven't. That's right. It took them too long to get their moon pearl. They haven't been back up there.
A Mire small key in Mire. Yeah, there we go.
So Hitaka is still looking for Dam as well then. Until they're in go mode. Oh, GFE, you're gonna have some trouble. Oh, I guess it's faster to go that way.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't.
I'm not entirely certain it is.
6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other.
Alright, where is GFE headed? He's headed to East Dark World.
He might find Hype Cave over here.
Yeah, we might find Hype Cave at Pod. I think we're actually out of other places it can be.
Nope, that wasn't it. So, Pod main entrance, I guess?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because the book was in Swamp Palace, that's why.
Yeah, Hitaka hasn't gone through Swamp Palace yet. Swamp didn't have anything besides book, but...
I don't think we've seen an ether tablet check either.
No. We've already checked Pedestal, it's just a bunch of money.
So Hitaka is going up to the north side, and we did find Hype Cave at Pod.
Is it here? Could this be it?
A GT small key, that puts the top in logic.
That's 4 GT keys. It could be a GT, because it wouldn't be an entrance seed unless Aga 2 is required. So we're, down to tablets and, well, Ether, Vitreous, and GT in the front of Turtle Rock.
Alright, Hitaka is gonna find the dam. So that will give him access to Swamp Palace.
Also typical, Hype Cave didn't have anything.
Like you do. There is one item in Mizward on Vitreous that we know of.
There's one item in Misery Mire. We don't need any big keys because I believe we found them all.
Everything but the Skull Woods big key, I think.
Yeah, just the Skull Woods, which is just a fetch quest. All that's really left is the Ice Rod. Fortunately, GFE is going to find there's some Maria now. Or, unfortunately. I guess it's like 3 minutes too late.
So it's all about which play do you make at this point. Do you go upper GT? Do you go right GT? Do you go Turtle Rock? Do you go back to Vitreous?
I feel like
you probably don't go back to Vitreous.
Yeah, I feel like right and upper GT are just good plays. Taka's gonna go do Swamp though now.
Pyramid Drop is Lost Woods Hideout, I believe. So that's +1 on the top of GT.
Yes.
What is GFE doing?
I do not know.
He's jumping in the water and deciding otherwise.
I think he was going to go to Turtle Rock, but that's the Turtle Rock back entrance, so that one doesn't help him out much.
Yeah, I think he's going to T-Rock. Potentially the big chest or another entrance along those lines. I think he's actually just going to the front.
Yeah, both runner. He did go back to Zora. So that's nothing. I mean, Vanilla Ice, or well, not Vanilla, but like Ice Rod and Turtle Rock is never that uncommon.
Oh, it's an ether tablet check.
All in that book.
We've got a heart container, so GFE has finally taken the heart lead. And one of the Turtle Rock entrances is over here.
Yes, this was the right side one. So he'll be able to... Ooh,
Ice Rod!
Of course.
Big chest! Turtle Rock! There we go! Go mode achieved. We're done here.
Galaxy Blade play.
And that is what I said I wanted to do, was check the rest of Turtle Rock first.
Yeah, that's
Just in case.
It'll be hard pressed for Hitaka to catch up at this point.
Yeah, where was Brian? I have no idea. Probably.
Brian has to be in GT at this point. It has to be right side GT. Again, Hookshot was the only thing really locked by Brian.
Right.
But it could be right side GT. It could be, I think, upper GT.
Unfortunately, the spoiler log by default is not generated for these seeds, so we're going to be a little bit without those for now. I mean, Link to the... or GFE did just hit go mode right there.
Yeah, and with this being his last dungeon, he'll probably be done in less than 5 minutes at this point. He's got...
very solid... I will say he probably just got a little bit lucky there with that ice rod. There were plenty of different places you could have gone for it, and this just happened to be right.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he could have gone to the front of Turtle Rock and not even, like, come close to it. Because you can't get to that chest unless you specifically go through that entrance.
But yeah, the major downfall for Hitaka, I would say, was more than likely just missing out on those desert entrances forever.
Yeah, just
not going
missing
into Ice Palace.
Yeah, missing Ice Palace when they did. That was rough. But they took down Argus and get their 6th crystal.
Meanwhile, GFE picked up the 7th crystal and is going to head for Ganon. It's a flute to 4 here, as Ganon is at the uncle's drop down.
Hiding under the castle.
Well, it does look like Hitaka might be heading to Turtle Rock too, so this will be like as quick as it could have been done.
Yeah, this is actually the exact play that they need to make.
And I think Hitaka is actually going to flute to 8 here so he can go in the back door.
Yeah, that's probably a little bit faster. I don't know. It's tough to call when it's like distances like this. It's safer for sure, though.
Yeah, these seeds are, or these times are going to be pretty close to each other, despite how ahead GFE was for the most of it.
Yeah, that back of Turtle Rock play was really good. I mean, if it was like 5 minutes earlier, we would be looking at this race the other way around.
At least nobody got debated to right side GT or up GT.
Alright, so GFE on phase 4 of Ganon. Just need to stick the pig with some arrows.
And down goes Ganon.
Keep your GGs in chat.
And GFE finishing with an official time of 2 hours, 35 minutes, and 25 seconds. Congratulations to GFE. Finishing right about in the middle of Hitaka's Trinex fight. So this is going to be like 2 minutes separating, maybe.
Yeah, not even. All Hitaka has to do is flute the 4 and finish it up.
Alright, so we will be... GFE will join us pretty soon. He's taking a bit of a break. Because he's, understandably a little bit on edge after that. Hitaka is going to go ahead and finish it out.
Yeah, it just has to boop a pig at this point, so it won't take them that long to do it.
Very nice one cycle first phase there for Hitaka. Coming into second phase. And it sounds like we have been joined by GFE. Congratulations on that run. My goodness. This ended up a lot closer than it looked like it was going to be.
Oh, I can only imagine.
So your opponent's
I'm just glad that I avoided.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, there was plenty of bait to go around there at the end. And both of you basically avoided all the bait once it was time to get the ice rod acquired. Your opponent's major downfall is they just kind of forgot about the desert entrances and missed Ice Palace for hours.
Oh,
they
yeah,
didn't have the Moon Pearl for a long time.
Rough.
Yeah, how did you enjoy that Moon Pearl? Was it the most fun you've ever seen?
I don't know. I think I've had one that's been worse, but brain around the logic for some reason. Few different things at that point, and just wasn't sure what was going on.
And it sounds like we're also joined by Hitaka, who just finished with a official time of 2:38:01. GG is
GG.
Hey, GG Hitaka.
That was a very, very close race there at the end.
Yeah, it was closer than I thought it would be.
I felt so bad when I found Kane of Samaria.
Yeah, Hitaka found Kane considerably before you did. Even after finding the Moon Pearl so late. The biggest reason why it was so close is Hitaka's major play to find the back of Turtle Rock immediately on that ice rod. And that almost closed the gap right there.
Yeah, I was thinking either clear out Turtle Rock or GT, and I picked TR because both the right side and top entrance were right next to each other, so I went there first.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Hookshot wasn't in Logic at all. You guys, both One Shield and Cape were locked behind the Hookshot, and you never found Burna.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't feel like Hookshot was in Logic, and I mean, it was on Laser Bridge, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think I did Bunny Revival to even get it.
Yeah, same.
Hookshot
Yeah.
Cave, but I kept being nervous that maybe the Moon Pearl was in the bomb chest or something.
Yeah, we eventually saw everything we needed to get that, except the actual invincibility item, which would have had to be the Cane of Burna at that point. We have to assume it's probably in GT or something along those lines. It's kind of a mess.
We were curious if either you were gonna go up to the top of GT because of the having the big key and so many items to do it. Plus, Samaria was fairly free as soon as you got the Moon Pearl, so that was like, what, 10 items total?
Went to that entrance. It was free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was worried, because I was worried that you were going to find Samaria and then chase it really hard.
I had checked all the entrances in that area when I was a bunny.
Except for that one, because you can't, and that's the real issue.
Yeah.
That's the problem I have with bunny shenanigans in general. A lot of times you orphan some stuff and you don't want to go back.
Yeah.
I mean, it made sense to go to GT because we had all the stuff for it. Found Samaria where it was. I just had to hope and pray that Ice Rod was in its vanilla location.
Basically.
It's a rando vanilla location.
So Hitaka, so tell us what happened with those Desert Palace entrances. Did you just forget to do them? Did you mark them off as done, or?
I just there was just so much stuff open at once, I just didn't get around to it.
All right.
I still think what might have happened is that they went into Super Bunny, and since you can only go in through that one entrance, it locked them out.
And then I got a sword, and then I then I got baited into Aga, because, boy, it gave you everything.
Both of you got baited into Aga,
You
but
did it too?
Aga was also not in Logic without the immunity item, because the other key was on Laser Bridge as well.
Oh, yeah, I guess it wasn't.
Yeah,
But
I
with
mean, I
boots.
felt like it was out of Logic, but I knew I could access the top of Hyrule Castle with the mirror. Bust. Hoped that Magic Bat would have something other than a map
Both
to
of you
show me
runners
where
went
Aga
for
was
the.
at.
Both of you runners went for the went and got the Gan's Tower map, which is, I'm sure, was the most gratifying map you've ever seen in your life.
Hey, that's a big dungeon. It's easy to get lost in there.
Yeah, I mean, Aghanim just wanted to make it easier for us to find our way around so we could fight him again.
And then you guys never visited him.
Nope.
Terrible.
Nobody took the right side GT bait. Nobody took the upper GT bait.
Still dip GT
Hitaka
3 times,
never
though.
Hitaka never found Hype Cave.
Where was that?
It's fine. Pod.
Pod entrance, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That was a one-off I orphaned, so...
I actually think both of you did the same 3 GT dips. You found it early, then you dipped left side, and then you both went back in for Fire Bar.
Yeah, that was kind of rude. I mean, I went in, chose to skip that so I could save my key,
Yeah.
and then immediately after you find a GT key.
Pod.
I mean,
Or Hype Cave over there actually had the last GT key, so we were worried you were going to get debated into GT.
Oh, I felt like it was constantly saying, hey, you need to go to GT. And if I'd had Kane earlier in the match, I probably would have. Found it so late that I just hoped and prayed it was T-Rock, which was correct.
But yeah, this turned out to be a very close match, very exciting, and unfortunately, only one of you can move on at this point. But it's not over yet for either of you. I hope I wish you both very good luck in the next rounds, as the case may be.
Yeah,
Oh.
let's go take a look at that real quick.
I'll go ahead and tell Hitaka that I'll be joining them in the losers bracket as soon as Furame gets done with me, probably.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah, so it looks like... Yeah, it would be Furame versus Matt. Whoever wins that seed is going to face GFE. I assume GFE is assuming Furame is going to win, right?
Well, I need Furame to win for my bracket predictions. So.
Oh, okay.
Throwing for the predictions.
And let's see.
Yeah, that's why I lost. Sure.
And it looks like Hitaka, your next matchup is against Jixon.
Okay.
So that'll be an interesting one. I think.
Yeah. So the difference in the checks here is exactly Hype Cave.
Really?
We have collection rate 182 for GFE, collection rate 177 for Hitaka.
When I found Hype Cave, I actually felt pretty good. I was like, something's going to be in here. Pain. And then I just got that GT key, and
That's how I felt when I found Thieves' Hut, and it was just nothing.
There was something else.
Thieves'
Like
Hut
some
was
of the hints in this one.
There was glove in
Swamp
Thieves'
Palace
Hut.
told you where Swamp Palace was.
Yeah, Blind's Hut had the.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Titans
Mythra in the
Mist.
back of there.
Which was required
but,
to get
yeah.
the Moon Pearl.
The Swamp Palace hint was the best hint of all time.
Oh yeah, the Swamp Palace hint. There was one of those in the qualifiers.
Double
too.
take.
In,
It was ridiculous.
In one of the qualifiers, there was the hint in Eastern Palace was for Eastern Palace's location. So another
Yeah,
one of those.
The hints in the seed were not good. They were.
No.
I mean, there was one for Left Side Swamp and one for Ice Palace Big Chest, but the rest were just garbage.
I think the left side swamp was the only one I
Forgot
actually
the left side
acted on.
swamp hint.
Yeah, we thought that you might have just remembered it halfway in the middle of going to the left side, and you're like, wait a minute.
That's exactly what happened. When I get hints like that, I'll go ahead and mark the chests off on my tracker. As soon as I
but
flooded the
there's not
room,
really
I looked at my swamp tracker
Oh.
and that we're done. And I was like, what's going on? And then I remembered. Tracking is better.
The left side swamp hint for me just stays etched in my mind forever because I'm so happy that I can just skip it.
Yeah, I think I was just so mentally messed up from that Moon Pearl.
Okay, but the worst Left Side Swamp hint is when it says there's one important item over there, and you go there and you get the important item, but you can't remember what the second item is.
Then you just check it.
Then you just go get it anyways.
Unless you got a hook shot.
And then you go around and go get
Then
it.
you gotta
And you
go
feel
around.
slow.
All right. Well, that was an excellent run from both of you. I had a great time covering it, and I enjoyed it immensely. Is there anything else you guys would like to say before we wrap things up here?
One thing I
just-
screwed up that might have made a difference is the first time I found the exit on top of Bumper Cave, I forgot to mirror. And of course the boots were in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't have mirror at that time, so
Yeah,
I
they
had to go
didn't
back
have
later.
mirror.
I mean, even with the mirror, you still had to go get the Titan. That's so it was. The logic for that Moon Pearl was you have to clear Eastern, go mirror, grab the boots, get the Titan Smiths from up on Death Mountain, then go into Bonk Rocks to get or into King's Tomb to get the flute, and then go down into Mire area to find the fire rod, and finally go into Ice Palace.
Oh, so GFE, how'd you feel about getting the fire rod right after clearing Ice Palace?
Oh jeez.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Hey, to bring a partner with me to the Mothula fight at least.
Oh yeah,
Oh, did
the,
you get
the
a friend?
Smith joining you there for the moth fight.
Me and the Smithy. I'm glad I took him on the long tour that I did, because that if I didn't turn him in.
Oh yeah, it was definitely important.
Well,
yeah, we learned here today that getting a crystal gets rid of the smith. Getting a pendant doesn't actually.
what?
Really?
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, I think
the
it's because
smith
the
survives
maiden
the
is
pendant.
considered a follower, so it overrides the smith power.
Yeah. Cutscene. Gotcha. Before we go out, let me just give a quick shout out to Trezco and all those running this tournament. This has been a lot of fun so far, and they're doing a great job with it. Also, really appreciate you guys with your commentary. I really look forward to seeing what you had to say about this mess. Thanks to our trackers, Otto and Chloe Prower, I'm assuming.
E-
Yeah.
Or no?
The trackers. The
No.
trackers were. They were
Mama Sheep
Sammy Moss and Mama Sheepy.
Oh, okay. Sorry
me,
about that.
Me and Chloe Pryor were running the commentary. Nori was the restream tech. But yes, big shout outs to all
Thanks
of
to
those
everybody.
people.
Give these guys a follow. They work hard with this. Give Hitaka a follow after surviving a seed like this, as close as it was. That's just insane.
The super moon pearl logic of ridiculousness.
I feel like I was way behind, but I think I just picked the right one-offs late in the game to find Floodgate and find Ice Rod to catch up a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, again, your check count was very close though between the two of
That's
you.
true.
Both of you only really skipped right side. Let's see, right side, GT, upper GT. I know GFE did Hera, but you both did Meyer. And GFE found Pipe Cave. So GFE only did like a slight more things.
I did Myrix. I didn't do Vidi, and I did bottom half of Hera.
Right.
Right.
I don't remember when I found Moon Pearl, but it was extremely late as well. At least it felt like it.
Yeah, it was about an hour and a half
That
in
late.
before either of you found it.
Right. It was 1:30, I think, when you found it. It was 2 hours when Hitaka found it.
All right. Well, it has been a pleasure covering this. Thank you so much to both of our runners, Hitaka and GFE, for putting on an excellent show. I also, once again, want to reiterate the thanks for all the people behind the scenes, Mama Sheepy, Samimas, and Norinato. And, of course, to my co-commentator, Chloe Pryor. So, thank you so much for joining me today. And with that, I think it's about time to wrap things up. Make sure to follow the Zelda Speedruns channels for all the cross keys shenanigans you can stand. I also do a bunch of Ocarina of Time randomizer stuff. Pretty amazing time. And, they also do like actual speedruns of actual Zelda games. So if you're interested in that, that's pretty cool. And all right.
You know, when you like knowing where the items actually are occasionally.
That's no fun.
All right. So thanks everybody for watching. We will see you all at a later occasion. Good night, everybody. And I have been Dr. Bobtastic. See you.
Bye!